Men connect more through sex. Sometimes a man has to wait through the talking parts, right? But a woman needs to know it's not all about talking either.
So how does one keep a long-term relationship healthy, sexy, and attached?
Well, first of all, you want to sustain all three of those brain systems. So if you want to have good sex, have sex. I mean, any kind of sexuality, any kind of touching of the genitals actually drives up the dopamine system and can actually push you over that threshold into feeling intense feelings of romantic love. And then with orgasm, there's a real flood of oxytocin that can give you feelings of deep attachment. And also with sex, you can drive up the testosterone system, so you want more sex. So if you want a good sex life, have sex. It's going to trigger those brain systems for romantic love, attachment, and the sex drive. In order to sustain feelings of attachment, stay in touch. Any kind of touching, holding, kissing, holding hands, lying in each other's arms at night drives up the oxytocin system and can give you real feelings of attachment. And if you want to sustain feelings of intense romantic love, go do novel things together. Novelty, novelty, novelty. It drives up the dopamine system and gives you those feelings of elation, optimism, focus, energy, and motivation to keep this relationship alive.
Oh, very good. Very good. Is it that easy?
Well, I absolutely agree, Helen. I think sex is one of the most important things that we can do in our relationships to keep them alive and to keep us attached, really. And it's lovely that we have the chemistry behind it now to understand why that's so important. Thank you for all of your important work. It's not always so easy, though, to get in bed. And one of the things that I talk about is where are the hurdles and what's getting in your way of walking over that bridge together, feeling understood, feeling known to your partner, and then also how can you make little inroads. So I love you saying just to touch each other. Just to start with cuddling. It doesn't have to be that you jump right into bed and have sex. It's anything that's working towards that. For women, we need to be understood to feel aroused. We connect by connecting face to face. Men connect more through sex. Sometimes a man has to wait through the talking parts, right? But a woman needs to know it's not all about talking either. Working towards sex for all of the great reasons that you've said.
And it's important to know that no matter how old one is, a sexual relationship is both possible and important.
I love that you said that.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes. Yes. And two people lucky enough to have each other when they get into bed at night, even if they're not going to make love, they have to touch. They have to hold hands, they have to be close, and they can't get out of bed in the morning if they don't touch. And a kiss is important because a kiss is a promise that there's more later. And this is poignant, but those who are widowed, when they consult with me about their loss, always say the thing they miss the most is someone to touch. Yeah, and of course someone to talk with who really is a friend, but touching, it just keeps us knowing what life is. And it's important to find again.
And touch is important from the time that you're an infant. Before we started filming, we were talking about this latest thing on Facebook. Talk about that.
Right. Well, the two premature infants that as twins, they were separated into two separate incubators, and one of them was thriving and the other one wasn't. And when they put them together, the one that was stronger put its arm around the other one, and the other one, sure enough, started to thrive.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. Interesting. I think another thing that gets overlooked is that it's really good if couples nurture one another's sexuality. And they can do this by creating an environment that is safe. That it's safe to be who you are sexually. That there's some experimentation that goes on with the couple. And they talk about that. And they feel free to talk about sex. And so the freer that you can make it, the better it would be.
And don't wait for the bedroom. Whisper something as the movie's just going on, as you're walking down the street, as you're in a taxi cab or in the car, because those are very safe places. Nothing has to be done right this minute. It's taken in and can be used at a later date. Another thing that I read recently is when you give somebody affectionate comments, it not only helps them hearing the affectionate comments, but it helps you. It drives down cortisol, the stress hormone. It drives down cholesterol. It helps to boost the immune system, and you feel better too. So I recommend, 5 times a day, say something nice to the person that you really believe.
A little bit about planning, a whole lot about attention, and putting the effort and having sex.